Update. When and how do you tell a new boyfriend that you've done porn in the past? Original post here. We had the talk, so I thought I would give you all an update here. Apologies for how many of the original commenters went unreplied to. I hadn't expected such a large reaction to the post or for so many people to weigh in. And when I had next checked Reddit, it had already been locked. I appreciate everyone taking the time to offer their advice and opinions. I took the weekend to collect myself and plan, and spoke with him on Tuesday after we were both off work. We already had plans to have a quiet evening at his place. And given the topic, I didn't want to risk a public outburst if he reacted badly. It actually went very well. I started by asking him if we were both still on the same page about where our relationship was headed, and he agreed we were. I mentioned that if we were going to get more serious, it was probably time to open up about anything we might call baggage or a deal breaker. I explained what had happened with me financially in my early 20s. How I was young and alone and ended up in a situation where a large amount of money was needed very quickly. Then ripped off the band-aid and told him about the porn. He was very quiet, and obviously surprised, but he let me tell the whole story. He asked if it was something I was still involved with. Definitely not. And if it was online. I told him. And we talked more about how I got into it and what the experience was like. He asked if he could see it, and I was very nervous about that part. In the past with other boyfriends, that was either where the freakout happened, or they got turned on and the entire relationship devolved into sex and them asking for more than I was willing to do. But I did show him, and we watched the videos together. There's only a few of them, so we just watched all of them. It was uncomfortable, but he really only made small observations about how I looked younger, how my hair was different, that I looked nervous, etc. He made a joke about my stage name, but it was tension-breaking, and we laughed about it together. Afterwards I asked him how he felt, and he said he understood why I did it, but was upset that it was something I felt like I had to do. He said it was strange for him and he'd never experienced anything like this before. But he wasn't upset with me, and he kept hugging me, so I believe him. Then he surprised me by telling me that in college he had struggled with a cocaine addiction, which I never would have guessed about him. We ended up staying up very late talking together, but in a good way. We talked about some really deep and personal topics we had never discussed before, and I feel like we have a much clearer picture of each other now. The past couple of days have been very anxious for me, waiting to see if he's changed his mind after all that. He made a comment today about down the line, when you've moved in, during conversation, which surprised me. He's thinking about us moving in together in the future, like it's obvious. And I was stunned but really happy. So thank you to everyone who told me to tell him. It was definitely the right thing to do. And thankfully, he's still the guy he was before I told him. I love a happy ending. Thanks for the update and good luck for the future. This dude sounds like a keeper. Aw, you two sound great. I'm so happy for y'all. This is such a great update. He sounds like a solid guy. I hope things continue to work out for you both. Smile. I really hope he is genuine. I really want you to be happy. Smile. All those people saying not to tell him. It was none of his business. Honesty is a pretty powerful thing. Y'all should try it. Congrats, Op. Thank you for the update, Op. So happy for you. This update makes me so happy. I hope this leads to a beautiful relationship between you two. You both seem so genuine and like lovely people. This is how you relationship. You put it all on the table. The good, the bad, the ugly. Then you take time and break it down and decide if that's something you're okay with. Of course, some relationships won't make the cut, but being honest is the easier option always. This makes me so happy. Thanks for sharing. I respect your courage and openness. And respect him for his loving, accepting response. I was actually thinking just the other day how more people in our generation are gonna handle this exact situation. And the truth is, a lot of women do sex work at some point. And most men watch porn. So really, most of us are involved in some way or another. Your story gives me hope that more couples will handle this with kindness and care. Thanks again for sharing. I would think he is and ought to be far more embarrassed about the cocaine addiction than you are about the porn acting. But sounds like you are both great people and yes, everyone has some baggage. I remember your post and I'm so happy for you that it went well. I wish you both the best. You two will be just fine. Just enjoy the hell out of him. Red heart. Grats party popper open mouth smile. Ah yay. So happy for you. Hugging face hugging face.
Noise.
So good to hear this outcome. I have no moral objections or really care if polite society is super sad boy about porn etc etc. You are a human being. You did something for money that was needed. If you enjoyed it, awesome. If not, I am so sorry you had to go through that. My only takeaway was what I would do if I was on your BF's position. The only thing for me is if it was online and if we had kids and they were exposed to the societal repercussions that we all get fucked by. Would also be worried if they saw the porn before a certain age. If they are older and see it, so be it. They are an adult or nearing an adult age and have to deal with hard emotions. Wish you both a long and happy relationship. Probably the most wholesome post about porn and cocaine I've ever read. Awesome. This is my favorite story of the day. It is our imperfections that make us interesting and truly beautiful. And our pain and trauma are what bond us.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Haircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.